Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are in March, where it's a whole different world. It's currently 72 degrees outside. The birds are chirping. The snow is gone. And I'm wearing shorts. None of that is true. Well, the only truth is that it's the 1st of March. We're back into this month, which I always hope is the sign of spring. Next weekend, at least, we'll get a little bit more daylight, right? We'll pick up some more daylight. That is my favorite part of the year, honestly. As much as it can get hot and humid, and I will not complain when it does, I do love a summer day when you realize it's 8:30 and you're still hanging outside because there's a little bit of daylight. There is nothing better. The smell of your neighbor burning a pile of leaves and hoping it doesn't blow onto your children's play set. Other neighbors lighting off firecrackers on the 2nd of July because they're rebels. Yeah, and the smell of Bug Soother in the air. Today's show brought to you by Bug Soother, Starbucks, and I got my taxes done yesterday, and I'm still here. I didn't have to go on the lam, so that's good news. Also, this could be the last Hy-Vee Today show because I am planning on winning either the Mega Millions tonight or the Powerball tomorrow. If you don't pay attention to the lottery, if you're the kind of person that says, I'm never going to buy a lottery ticket, why not? Keep in mind that there's still someone that has not claimed that $1.5 billion jackpot. It's about to expire. Could you imagine living in the small town? I can't even think of where that's at, but there's somebody. They're like, did the person die? They don't know what happened. Did somebody lose the ticket? Honey, have you seen the ticket? 1.5 billion. So this is the mega, which is tonight. $267 million. I think I could make do. Yep. Cash option, just $161 million. Oh, boy. That's more than enough to set up the Tone Zone indoor trampoline park. And then the Powerball tomorrow is even more money. So if I'm not here on Monday, I'm sick. I'll send a text to everybody that works on this show, and it'll say, I'm sick, and then it'll be me winking from a vault full of money doing a backstroke. Because this will be the last show. Somebody's got to win, right? What if you won both? What do you do then? You share with your friends. So if you're watching this, remember, you took that oath. We all raised our right hand a couple months ago, and we took that lottery oath that if anybody that watches this show wins, you have to share with your favorite grocery show talk show host. And that would be yours truly. Because last I checked, Paula Sands ain't doing her show from a Hy-Vee. Although, she's welcome to. So yeah, I got my taxes done, and then I saw an old college classmate of mine who owns a business in Davenport. It was great to see James Gimble. He owns Capriati's business in Davenport. I hadn't seen him in a while, and great to catch up with him briefly. All right, so we've got a lot to unpack today. We continue. 3 out of the 5 shows this week on Hy-Vee Today have featured guests from the great city of Wilton, and we are going to continue that trend right here, right now. Ted Maroff back in the hot seat. Ted is ready to go. He is, of course, Wilton City Council member, but he does so much more, and he's a friend of the show. Pal, welcome.
Great to be here, Tony.
You know it's a sign of spring when Ted is wearing the Cubby blue.
Oh, I'm telling you.
I mean, Ted.
The palm trees are swaying in Wilton.
Yes, they are. I was looking yesterday because I thought my wife and I went to Cubs opening day a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. And it was one of those crisp April days. I think April 8th, opening day for the Cubs.
Yeah.
Tickets expensive,
yeah.
but not not ridiculously priced.
No.
I thought maybe we'll go. I haven't even mentioned that to my wife yet. If she's watching right now, she's learning about this. If she doesn't want to go, would you want to go, Ted?
Well, actually, the Cubs are preferable to the Phillies.
Right.
They just signed that kid to what, $330 million?
Oh, my gosh.
Can you imagine?
No.
Now, the owners don't pay for that. The fans do.
Right.
So the hot dogs are going to be, what, $65 this year? I mean, they got to pay for that.
13-year contract, Bryce Harper. That is ridiculous.
$330 million. But, yeah, I got to get up there and see a couple of Cubs games.
It would be a lot of fun. All right, a lot of people watching on Facebook. Hi to Naomi and Colleen and Brenda and Judy and everybody that's with us. 12th annual Wilton High School Alumni Banquet.
121st annual.
120. I thought it was 12.
No.
It's the 121st.
121st.
Is the flyer wrong, or did I read it wrong?
Oh, you might have read it wrong, or I typed them. I could have typed it wrong too. I mean,
my gosh!
I've been known to make
no,
typos.
I read it wrong. You're right. Look at me. I saw 12.
Thank God, because that went in the paper. But
121st Wilton High School Alumni Banquet. Keep that on the screen, fellas.
yeah, this is our 3rd century.
Wow,
Yep.
that is unbelievable.
Absolutely. My grandmother was an alumni, so yeah, it's. I don't know how it ranks as far as oldest alumni associations in the state, but it's got to be up there someplace, you know.
And I got to be honest, when I initially thought it was 12 years, I thought, okay, that's good. But no, 121 makes way more sense. This is a big deal.
Yeah.
So if we scroll up a little bit, Ryan, the date for this fabulous event is Saturday, April 6th.
Yep.
Now, Ted, for everybody that's going to watch this that is a proud graduate of Wilton High School, proud Wilton Beaver, they're invited, right?
Oh, absolutely.
This is open to everybody.
This actually, we kind of relaxed our alumni criteria, if you will. I mean,
Sure.
we obviously would like you to graduate from Wilton High School, but we have what we call legacy people that will come. For example, my wife went to school here till she was a sophomore, and then she went to California and graduated out there.
Yep.
But she's a legacy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, we ask everybody to show up, and if people are interested in the alumni banquet, because we try to put on a good show, they're welcome to come too. Tickets are $15, so
Sure.
it's a great night of entertainment.
And as we've said with various other events, yesterday we talked about Wilton softball bingo night, which is tomorrow, and the upcoming shows with the Fine Arts Guild. You have this incredible facility, and if people watch this show every day, I've said this 3 or 4 times now, the Wilton Community Center is such an asset
It is.
to your town and what you're able to do in the variety of events.
Yep.
So certainly when you go to host the 121st alumni banquet, you've
Yep.
got room to reach out to that vast network of alumni to bring them in, right?
Yeah, we actually, there'll be the 5th year that I've been involved as the president of the Alumni Association.
Sure.
And we've averaged 350 to 400 people at an alumni event. For a small
Wow.
town, that's pretty good.
Wow.
And this year, making a return run is Joe Brumeyer, who
Yes.
emceed it last year to rave reviews, if you will. And Joe's coming back this year. Now, he doesn't realize I've suckered him into a 12-year contract. we're paying him $330.
That's good. That's
I'm
good.
giving him a
That's
$20
just-
advance.
Right, I was going to say.
And Joe doesn't know it yet. And he was supposed to be here this morning,
Sure.
but he can't make it. He just flew in from Vegas last night. I suppose he was working on his act for the alumni banquet.
I was going
or
to
something.
say, that's quite the turnaround.
Yeah.
So Joe operates a business in Wilton, which is exciting. It's called Treadmill Heroes.
Yep.
And if you're thinking to yourself that you maybe had a treadmill or some type of fitness equipment that needed some TLC, you needed to put in something, they show up and they do it all. I was on their Facebook page the other day. I mean, they do complete like installations.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
the Treadmill Heroes on Facebook. So from, a full gym to, just the casual setup in a home.
They do it all.
They can
yeah.
do it all.
I'm
And-
actually Joe's worst customer.
Are you?
I just, exercise, maybe a vibrating bed might be
Sure.
as far as I would go.
I was going to say, he doesn't call you to test the product.
No,
Ted, is
no,
what
Joe
you're
doesn't
saying.
want me
Okay.
anywhere near there.
That is fantastic. I've known Joe for a long time. So for what the folks at home, and I don't even know if you knew this, I haven't told you yet, but when I worked on the radio in the Quad Cities, Joe got engaged to his wife on our radio show
Really?
on B100 station I used to work at.
Oh, well, that's
So
cool.
I've known Joe, on and off, 12 years.
Really now?
So I haven't seen him in a while. I'm assuming he's still a strapping young lad like he always is.
Joe looks like he's in shape,
Yeah.
and
You
he's-
can't own a business called Treadmill Heroes and look like me, right? Nobody's going to
or
buy
me, or
Well,
me.
Hi, it's Tony and Ted for Treadmill Heroes.
I mean, I don't even have all my original parts anymore. Why would you? I got to be careful with what I got left.
There's
Oh,
Joe
look
with
at
the
Joe.
hat. Yeah, you can see veins popping. The only vein you see popping is on my forehead.
I bet
when
he
I'm
has
trying to put
unhealthy.
together
I
an
bet he
ad.
has unhealthy ridges on his stomach.
Yeah,
too.
you're right, unhealthy ridges. Hey, it's Tony and Ted for Treadmill Heroes. Here's where I set my coffee, right on this elliptical.
There we
and
go.
then I've got this stack of phone books for no reason on this part. I will say that I do like the elliptical, and if Joe ever wanted to sell or donate one to the Tone House, we would accept it.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
a fan of the elliptical.
Yeah.
So Joe Braymeyer, MC at the 121st Annual Wilton Alumni School Banquet. So we come back to the event. So for people that are going to show up for the first time, walk us through, Ted. What happens?
Sure.
Is it dinner? Is there a show? Are you featuring different classes?
We open the doors at 5,
Okay.
and then people in Wilton always get there at 4 so they can get the best seats. But so we try to honor the milestone classes.
Okay.
And this year it's the 70-year, 60, 50, 40, 25, and 10. So that's 49, 59, 69, 79, 89, 94, and 2004. We do a little video tribute to them,
Okay.
and we kind of scan their annuals and we throw that up on the screen. So we
Sure.
do all that. But the fun part this year is Joe kind of got his wheels under him after last year. And this year he's got a lot of surprises planned.
Cool. Good.
So we're going to have a couple of special guests and a couple of special little features. But yeah, there's a dinner, buffet-style dinner, cooked up by Terry Dinkman. Everybody's loved it for the last
Awesome.
about 4 years. And then we go on with our program. We do the traditional stuff. We award scholarships, which is a big deal.
That's okay. So that's what I was going to say. So it is about getting folks together that have this in common, the same school, these shared experiences, but you are also paying it forward. So as much as it is a celebration, and reaching out to that network, and I want to get to that in a second. But yeah,
Sure.
talk about the scholarships because that's very important.
Yeah, we started this 5 years ago. We gave away 2 scholarships that
Awesome.
first year of
Awesome.
$1,000 each, and
Wow.
it's just the alumni across the country. I'm always surprised where the envelopes come from,
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
Seattle to Florida, from Australia, and so forth. And after this year, with the help of the Leland Smith Foundation and Fred Grunder, we will have given in the last 5 years over $80,000 in
That is
scholarships.
unbelievable.
Yeah. And we try to put a heavy emphasis on the trades,
Sure.
because that's kind of a big deal around here. And so we really encourage the kids who want to be a vet tech or a HVAC repairman or a welder or whatever. We really encourage them to, put in their applications.
I was getting my taxes done yesterday, and my accountant, who's a dear friend of mine, Paul Nagovin, he said something compelling to me. He said, there's nothing wrong with having a job and it providing well for yourself and your family, even if you're not passionate about it every day, but the 2 to 4 weeks out of the year that your job that you have that allows you to be on vacation lets you chase those passions. So right, I mean, getting into the trades. I have so many friends that are union plumbers and electricians, and I love that that's the approach. I didn't know that was what y'all look for. So that's great, and we had a great picture on the screen just a moment ago with some recipients from last year. So that's where the proof is in the pudding, right? It's a good time on April 6th. You get together, you see some familiar faces, but then you know that you're setting up future alumni for success.
And we try to honor that class of 2019. We want them to come.
Yep.
So we've kind of held a little mallet over their head that if they apply for the scholarship, we require that they be there for the free meal and all the fun.
Sure.
To be awarded the scholarship fund. So we set them front and center, and we kind of honor them a little bit. And really, the older alumni enjoy seeing the kids.
They really do, right?
Yep.
I mean, it's a good sense of community in Wilton, as I've said time and time again on this show. So the network of alumni, you say you have 400 to 500 people at an event. I mean, are there even 400 to 500 students at Wilton Junior?
No,
Right.
no.
So that's what I'm saying. So you have this group, and whether they are in your own backyard, right, or if they're across the country, they're connected to what's going on,
Yeah,
and that's not an easy.
No,
task,
well,
right?
the graduating class has 54 kids this year.
Holy moly.
And we've had 22 scholarship applicants out of that 54.
Sure.
And every one of those, I mean, it's a killer for us. We wish we had something for all of them because really there's a lot of stellar kids in there. But we do that little Wilton group on Facebook.
Yeah.
If you grew up in Wilton, you remember. We have 2,400 members on that page.
That is
and
unbelievable.
the amount of alumni, we've got our alumni rosters from 1875 through the current thing, and we're close to 4,000 living alumni across the country.
I don't know if anybody else does as good of a job staying in touch. I think about my high school, Oak Park River Forest outside Chicago, massive place. No.
Yeah.
I feel like I've missed things just because whether it's too big but 4,000 is a massive amount of
roughly
alumni.
around there.
Yeah.
I mean, that you give and take, and
Sure.
we try to bring a solemn thing to it. We show a little video piece during the banquet of the alumni who have passed away in
Sure.
the past year, and that's a really touching ceremony, and people really enjoy that too. But I know what you're talking about, the large schools. My kids graduated from Capistrano Valley.
Right.
And, my daughter graduated with a class of 500.
Yep.
My son was in a class of 800.
Sure.
And, yeah, there isn't that small town. I mean, we were gone for 30 years. And
Sure.
we came back and it was like we never left.
It's
And
unbelievable, isn't it?
That's the neat thing about Wilton.
I'll tell you this, and it's not the same thing, but I had a Facebook message, and if he's going to see this, this is great. A friend of mine from college, one of my first friends that I had, 2002, Joe Stitch, as we call him, Joe Stike, from Dubuque. Probably haven't talked to him in 5 years.
Yeah.
He's in town this weekend for the state bowling at the Rose Bowl. I'll see him tomorrow, and we'll pick up like it was, 5 days
Sure,
ago.
sure.
And that is something about the Midwest. And
Yeah.
you can attest to this, having
Yep.
spent all those years out west. And it's nothing against West or East Coast, but in the Midwest, we have this unique ability to not have seen people and just immediately.
Yeah, you draw them in and, hey.
There's no awkwardness, right?
Yeah.
It's not like, what happened? There's no time for that.
Nope.
Things happen. People, get older. We have families, change a phone number. Whatever happens, but you just pick up right away. And that's so, it makes total sense now. I can appreciate. And like I've said before, when I'm in Wilton, I feel like I'm in a vacation town. Close-knit community. Everybody seems to have each other's back. Certainly, I'm sure there's issues that may arise, but it seems like there's just a good spirit, right?
We think so. I mean, we're trying to push forward all the time, and
Sure.
not a town of close to 3,000 people. Not everybody's going to agree with what you do,
Right.
and that sort of thing. But getting back to that, the alumni banquet. I mean, I've really enjoyed it because it does bring people together, and it's become kind of a spring social event to
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
here it is like 5 degrees on March 1st, but hopefully by April it'll be 60, and people are coming out from their igloos like, oh, the weather's good, the sun came back, so it's like our summer solstice in April.
It's going to happen. Some great shots.
Oh, yeah, that was our
wow.
2016.
Unbelievable.
That school building is no longer there.
Correct.
They tore
Correct.
that down, so we tried to bring a little subject matter to that as far as celebrating. There had been a school on that site since 1875, 141
Such
years.
rich history,
Yeah.
and you think about all the people that had gone through Wilton schools, and regardless of where they found themselves in the world, they always had that
Oh, yeah, well,
connection to Wilton. And that's
fun
powerful.
the fun part for me is I tend to like archival stuff, but
Sure.
I got to interview 3 people from the class of 49, one of which was Jerry Hilgenberg.
Awesome.
All-American for the University of
Yep,
Iowa and so
absolutely.
forth. A more gracious man you could not meet. I mean, he doesn't know me from Adam, other than he knew my dad and knew my dad was a tough guy and all that, but he just treated me like what we were just talking about,
Yeah.
like he and I used to run around together or something, and so that was a real pleasure.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's something that I have taken a lot of pride in, having been an Iowan coming up on, 17 years now, is just that, whether you call it Iowa Nice or whatever you call it, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the way I look at it, whether I'm too optimistic, I would just rather go through life, thinking the best and wishing people the best than the opposite of that. And that's the sense that I get in Wilton.
It's much easier to be friendly than to hold a grudge. It really is.
Absolutely. I wonder if, briefly, we could talk a little city business.
Sure.
I noticed that the renovation of City Hall seems to be like that is going to happen.
That is going to happen, yep.
Ted, also Wilton City Council member, in addition to everything else that he's involved with. So talk about renovating City Hall and any other city business that's come up over the last couple of
Well,
meetings.
the City Hall came up last week. I mean, that's a building that was constructed back in the 30s as a WPA project.
Okay.
And we've had an opportunity to move the city offices to another location or whatever, but we just think that's such an iconic looking building that we've elected to improve it. So
Good.
over the years, if you don't keep up with stuff, things tend to add up. So there's a lot of fascia, a lot of facade work that needs to be done. The HVAC is going to be renovated, and it's going to be
Great.
a really nice showpiece when we're all said and done. And it's just kind of that ongoing facelift for downtown Wilton that we're working on.
So you referenced that it had just come up. So where are you at with respects to, I mean, did everybody vote to do it or to take bids?
Yeah,
or?
we're basically moving forward in the
Gotcha.
process for architecturals
Okay.
and estimates and so forth. We've got a lump sum that we're working for, but we don't have anything, as far as detail and so forth. But yeah, it is going forward, absolutely.
Little article that we can see just enough of from the Wilton Durant Advocate. They do a great job
Yep.
in Wilton.
Derek
covering
Savels
everything.
does
Yeah.
a terrific job for that paper.
Good people for sure. You've gone through, like Muscatine and the surrounding communities, this winter's been rough. Ted, I wonder, I talked to Brian Steinman, Director of Public Works, last week on the show, and Muscatine had something like 2 barge loads of salt.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Wilton, did you find yourself, I mean, how does that affect a budget? Or I'm sure there's been a lot of overtime for city
Yeah,
staff.
that's that balance. How
Sure.
much overtime do we want to pay?
Right.
And so we'll get our calls like, "Hey, you didn't clean my street right away," or this or that.
Right.
And it really, we're trying to walk that tightrope of
Sure.
not paying a lot of overtime and waiting a little bit if
Mm-hmm.
we can because it's still snowing. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. We actually passed our approved our budget, which is going to have public hearing, and there actually no tax increase.
Excellent.
We've actually lowered it about
Wow.
a nickel.
That's
So-
fantastic.
So in this day and age where everything seems to incrementally inch up, I feel pretty good about that
That's
we
a
were
big
able
deal.
to do that. Yeah,
That's a
so-
big deal, and I know that takes a lot of work, and that's just it.
Yeah,
right?
my only complaint about snow removal is they keep plowing my man barn door shut because it's right on the street. They go by. I won't be able to get into that till May because it's just solid
Well,
ice.
Paul Marquez is probably going to watch this. Come on, Paul, help Ted out, will you? What do I got to show up with a shovel?
Yeah, get a chopper and come out.
Chopper, get a chopper. A heated,
Chop the ice
a
away.
heated chopper. They do a great job, though, and
Yes, they do. They
it's
really
been
do.
tough. I mean, it's been tough for everybody, right? We know that. It's just we're deserving of a spring, and whether that brings flooding, and I don't know what it's going to bring. But here's what I know: if I don't have to see snow or ice for 3 or 4 months, I'll be okay with that.
It's getting a little old now. The snow has lost its luster. It's just ice coated now.
Right.
It hurts to walk on it.
Sure.
It's just we're ready for spring. We really are.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention you've been planning and working on the 121st Wilton Alumni Banquet tirelessly. The efforts that are being put in, I mean, it's no surprise when you sent me this picture.
I can't tell you how hard the committee has worked. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not just me. We
Right.
couldn't put this on if it weren't, for Anita Arnold and Dana. I keep forgetting Dana's last name.
That's all right.
I know them by their maiden names.
Sure.
There we are. We're working hard there.
hard.
That's our Wilton Development Corporation director, Becky Allgood, and Anita Plone. And we're just trying to. Sometimes you just have to relax a little bit. These meetings are very stressful.
I feel like those are either pens or suckers. I don't believe that's a real prop. I believe the Jose Cuervo's either that or apple juice.
Well, I think we found a contraband truckload of those candy cigarettes.
Nice.
You
You stopped as it was trying to head to the candy kitchen.
That's
You thought,
right, yeah.
We'll deliver these.
We heard they
take
came.
'em down.
Yeah, we heard they came out of Chicago back in the old bootlegger
Of course
days.
they did. Anything good ever come out of Chicago besides me and the Cubs? I mean, that's, and bootlegging.
Yeah.
But really, I mean, coming back to this banquet, it is a lot of work.
Yep.
A lot of time spent reaching out, pulling it off, and then, we're sitting here. The event again is April 6th. We'll put the poster back on the screen, but just as soon, and I'm sure even at the same time as you're getting final preparations made, you've probably also, Ted, got your eye on a Founders Day weekend for 2019. That'll be here soon.
I know it's coming August 16th and 17th. I think
Okay,
it
so
is.
you've got the dates.
Got the
Wow,
dates.
okay.
And we've got the band signed up. We brought a stage downtown last year. We rented it from the Coralville
Looks so
City Parks
good.
Department. It really turned out well. I think everybody enjoyed the kind of the new arrangement, if you will, and the layout. And we're doing even more this year.
Good.
We think, not confirmed yet, but we may have inflatables there on Friday evening as well for the kids.
Great idea.
Last year was just Saturday, so
Sure.
Friday night didn't leave a whole lot for the kids. You had the pedal tractor pull and stuff. The duck races that Jake Hoekstra put on
duck
were a
races.
huge success.
I couldn't believe how many people. So my family, we went up Saturday, and the duck races were still kind of going on. So many people in that kind of that green space.
Yep.
The candy kitchen's here. There's green space, and then we went and got the wristbands. And my boys are 6 and 4, so bounce houses and slides. I mean, they were a second.
Well, and we're going to try and have one for the older kids. So when I were a teenager, bounce house. I want to go in a bounce house. Now this one, I think we're going to have one this year where they can literally flog each other with inflatable stuff and everything. So
I tell you what, it's that Founders Day just looked so good. It felt fresh.
Yeah.
And I know that's the consensus. I saw your son Tyler here in the store a couple weeks ago. It was great to see him. I hadn't seen him in a while. So hats off to you guys and everybody that's connected, because it's all about putting on stuff that is taking care of the people in your own backyard, but then bringing folks to Wilton, right?
You want
a little tourism.
Yeah, and you want a metric. We don't want
Sure.
to just say, well, Tony thought it was great, Ted thought it was great.
Right.
We have a metric.
Sure.
They ran out of beer. I mean,
pretty good.
What else do you want?
That's pretty good.
We're out of beer. We got to
That's
close
it.
down.
Right.
So.
I mean, listen, that's the one. I didn't know where you were going with that. I should have known. The beer sales through the roof.
Oh, yeah, through the roof. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
What was neat about last year is at 10:30 at night, there were 400 people downtown.
400 people at
and
once.
that was proof that the changes that were made and so forth really worked, because people didn't just kind of gloss over it and head home. They came downtown, and we're hoping that word spreads so that there'll be 600 people downtown
Well, and
tonight.
it's easy for people to say, well, I went, X amount of years and it was okay, but boy, you get outside and there's live music and good weather, which you had, and something cold to drink, and you're seeing people, neighbors, friends. That's the recipe for success. And we kind of gloss over the annual parade, which is a massive thing. So it's a great time. August 16th, 17th, Founders Day in Wilton. We'll have to have you back on to talk about that.
We'd love to. Love to come back.
And then, obviously, I mean, anytime there's any type of city business that you want us to let people know about.
Okay. Well, we're working on our Freedom Rock for Muscatine County display down in front of the depot. So once the ground thaws out, we hopefully will start.
You know what I tried to do? Speaking of it being cold, my registration came in for my vehicle.
Yes.
I couldn't even put the new registration sticker over the old one.
Yeah.
Nor could I try and peel off the old one. My license plate was like frozen.
Oh yeah.
It was just too cold. Like, I put it on there, and then the sticker started to slide, and I'm like, that's a $300 sticker. Don't get me started on vehicle registration.
No.
But I thought, I don't
we
know
call
what
it
to
car
do.
tax in California.
Well, listen, it's something. One of the things and I know Illinois has changed a little bit. For so many years, I'd get that registration in Illinois, and it was like $50.
Oh yeah.
Moved to Iowa, and I thought, for my what?
Yeah, see, California, the last license I paid was like $525.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, we call it a car tax out there.
Unbelievable. All right, let's put the flyer back on the screen, Ryan and Chad, if we could, for the 121st Wilton Alumni Banquet. This is it, the social event of the spring, as it says right there, April 6th at the beautiful Wilton Community Center. You can reserve your tickets. As it's noted, it will go fast. 563-357-7837. Joe Brameyer in the house as hero again. Always to have people owning and operating their own businesses in your town.
Absolutely. And we give a shout out to the business owners that come.
Good.
We're actually almost close to 300 tickets sold, so they're going quick.
300 sold already. Yeah. And if you or someone you know is in those milestone classes, can I see that one more time, Chad? Those milestone classes that are going to be recognized from 49, 59, 69, 79, 89, 94, and 2004. Even if it's someone that you know that's a Wilton alumni,
we reserve the tables for them. They are our special guests.
Great. All right, Ted Maroff, so good to see you. Thanks for coming on
Tony.
the show.
Appreciate it.
Again, I love seeing the cubby blue. It just makes me feel better.
Spring's here.
Spring has sprung, everybody. If I would have known, all I needed to do was have Ted on the show. I would have had him on sooner. Would have had you here when it was 50 below that one day.
That's right.
You would have thought us out, everybody.
I've heard rumors more of that's coming.
No,
though.
please. I just see those things online, and I'm like, just stop it. I saw a post the other day. I love the Muscatine, Iowa Facebook page. It's great. But it said, does this spring have a chance for more severe weather? I'm like, just stop it already.
Yeah, stop. Don't be depressed.
I don't want to. Just give me like 4 days of sun, and I'll be fine.
That's right. Give us 4 days in a row over 50.
Yeah,
we'll all be good.
All I need. It's all I need. Get that ice melted off near your house pretty quick. You get a couple days of 50 degrees.
That's right.
All right, let's go to IleCam, CBI Bank and Trust IleCam. CBI Bank and Trust, also a location in Wilton, and they support our Wilton Beavers. There is our pal Toby, stocking some produce. That produce department, they are marvelous. Thank you, buddy. Have a good weekend. Produce department here at Hy-Vee does such a tremendous job. We've got our citrus sale going on. And the thing that I like to say about Hy-Vee produce is it's hashtag always fresh. You can't compete. I don't care where you go. There's no other competition for produce in Muscatine, period. I mean, there's some places where they don't even stock the produce. So it's not even worth having the debate. And look at those limes rolling down. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Toby's going to be so mad that we're spying on him right now. Nobody tell him, okay? He is working very, very hard. All right. So today, the first day of March, can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? How's this shirt look? I feel like this shirt makes me look heavier than I am. I'm not really pumped about it. This was a shirt that 100 pounds ago was like a belly, a button buster, and now it's real baggy. I don't like it. It's weird fabric. I think I'm going to get rid of it. Ryan, if you know anybody that's 3XL, please feel free to have them reach out. I'd be happy to donate this shirt to them because I'm not liking this fit. I'm not digging it. I'm just going to say that out loud because it's a stream of consciousness. So March 1st thank you. Look at this. I mean, it looks, this whole thing here. I could fit like another Tony in here. Ryan, get over here. Hop in, Ryan. I've got snacks and Netflix in there. Hello. I mean, there's so much room for activities. Look at that. Like I could put my Starbucks in my shirt and you wouldn't even notice because there's so much room. Like, look at that. Look at that. I just tucked a Starbucks. I mean, you could kind of see it, but if I go like that, there's a Starbucks cup in my shirt. That's how big it is. That is not good. My wife keeps telling me, but you know what I don't want to have to do is buy more clothes, but I guess that's the problem with losing weight. Let me unbutton all the buttons, if I may. Jeez. People that are watching this for the first time are thinking, they gave that guy a show? Really? That's what Hy-Vee needs? Is a guy taking his shirt off? Oh, no, the Starbucks wrapper's in there. Hold on, the thing. There we go. Save that for later. All right. March, get it all. Thank you. The more flattering shot. I'm going to start quacking like a duck in a second, I think. So March 1st is National Read Across America Day, ladies and gentlemen, also known as Dr. Seuss Day. So I have asked Betsy and Cody and the gang with Media Tree that it's Betsy today. Look at that, the Toyota Muscatine car cam in action. I was at Toyota Muscatine yesterday picking up the antenna that I have to screw in on my van because my other antenna broke off mysteriously. I think it was from the weather. So I got to put that on, and it was great to see everybody at Toyota Muscatine. So, Car Cam, Read Across America Day. We do have books at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. I don't know if you knew that or not. So that is aisle 10, and there's things like baby stuff, diapers, and food, and Betsy's going real fast, and greeting cards, and then right here are some books. So will you read across America? And look at that, some kids' books. It's also known as Dr. Seuss Day, and a couple of years ago, I was invited to read to some kids at Jefferson, and that was a lot of fun. Is that a Dr. Seuss book? Look at you, Betsy. Give Betsy a raise. Somehow, tired Betsy, third shift Betsy to the rescue with a Dr. Seuss book. I could not have asked for anything better. Way to go, Betsy. She even put it back so I don't have to later. Wow. I was going to give her the business, but I will refrain. So in addition to that, some magazines, some more books, and then Betsy is going to bust a left because today, as you'll see in a moment from the display, folks, it's National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. If you find yourself loving peanut butter, maybe you're going to have yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know what makes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich even better? Doritos, right smack dab in the middle. Look at that display of peanut butter. That peanut butter will have you quacking like a duck for more. $2.99 with a 5-cent fuel saver. Don't forget the knife with that peanut butter. Spread it on. Peanut butter and jelly. PBJ, best friends since forever. How about the fact that peanut butter has a fuel saver? I've worked here for a whole year and a month or so. I ain't never seen peanut butter with a fuel saver, so that's a heck of a deal. And Betsy, grab one of those peanut butters. Please, if you can hear me, grab one. Because I really think that's an incredible deal compared to some other places in town that are selling peanut butter. That's a big old thing of peanut butter. So Peanut Butter Lovers Day, Read Across America Day. It's also Employee Appreciation Day. So hopefully if you're the owner of a business or you're an employee, you feel appreciated today. We appreciate you. I appreciate Brian Mueller being tall enough to grab things off the top of his produce cooler. We appreciate Delmer because I have to say that or he'll hurt me. So Employee Appreciation Day. I have more, by the way. March 1st, also Dress in Blue Day. Obviously, I didn't get the memo since I'm wearing a bed sheet that is maroon, so I got that going for me. It's Pig Day, Speech and Debate Day, and National Horse Protection Day. So I participated in speech and debate. Thank you. That is a lot of peanut butter for $2.99 with a 5-cent fuel. That's 40 ounces of peanut butter for $2.99 and a fuel saver. Wow. That is awesome. Man, it's heavy. I just sit here and do peanut butter curls. Whew. 301, 302. Oh, man, ripped. So there's a lot going on today. Read across America while eating some peanut butter and protecting horses, dressed in blue, debating your favorite employee about whether or not it's Pig Day. I think I incorporated them all into one sentence there. You're welcome. Very gifted. All right, so we are heading into the weekend. Going on right here in the store, and if you've noticed, you can tell, I feel like, when the store is busy, if you watch this show, there's just more commotion, right? We've got a heck of a fuel saver going on. Today, March 1st, and tomorrow, March 2nd. You spend $50, you get 25 cents off per gallon. 2 days to earn your fuel savers. Yesterday, I had to get gas. I think I had 16 cents off a gallon. And because I pumped my gas at Hy-Vee gas, and I did over 10 gallons, I got 5 cents put back on my fuel saver. So 25 cents when you spend $50. It's right there on the screen. 2 days to take advantage of this savings. I hope that you will. And of course, the more you buy, the more you save. So if you're like Cody and you need to pick up $200 worth of groceries, you're going to save at the very least $1 off per gallon. But you'll save more than that because you're going to have a good strategy and you're going to buy things that have additional fuel savers on them. Or think about it this way, it's Fuel Up Friday in the health market. With every $20 you spend, you get 20 cents off. That's a heck of a deal. You can't beat it. You really can't. You almost cannot afford to miss out on that. So check that out. Also going on through the 17th of March. So think about this. 16 days away from 17 days away from free break. Patty's Day, we've got the luckiest sale going on. Kaylee, who was wine and spirits, and said, do you still have some of those Guinness 8-packs that have the glass with it? I don't know if you heard about this. We had one on the show yesterday. It's an 8-pack of 14.9-ounce cans of Guinness, and it comes with a free Guinness glass, $12.99. So you look at the back page of the Voice of Muscatine newspaper, you can see the luckiest sale ad going on, from Guinness to Jameson to Bailey's. Oh my, Captain Morgan in the mix, Crown Royal, Svedka Vodka, Absolute Vodka. I'll tell you what, that black velvet toasted caramel, here's what you do to make a good drink with that. You get a glass, you put ice in the glass, and then you pour some of that toasted caramel into the aforementioned glass with ice in it, and you sip it. It is that good, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell from experience. It's real good, and that's a good deal, saving you 5 doll hairs, as it says. Of the year. Patty's Day show on Friday, March 15th. No, that wouldn't be Friday. Are my dates wrong on that? No, that would be right. Friday, March 15th would be a Friday because St. Patty's Day is on a Sunday. We're not having a show on Monday the 18th. Spoiler alert. Taking a day off. Ryan, you have to show up still for Hy-Vee tomorrow with Cody Tone. That's the new show that we're starting. Cody Tone. So maybe we'll do a St. Patty's show on Friday the 15th, and perhaps I will order a leprechaun costume for Ryan Broderson to wear. Would you be opposed? Okay, good. Sometimes Ryan, I think, is like, I don't want to say yes to everything Tony asks, but also I don't want to not seem like a team player. Ryan Broderson is a leprechaun. See it for yourself Friday, March 15th. I'll find a costume for you, fella. Don't you worry about it. Unless Cody wants to. You don't have to, Cody. You're good. New guy. You got the new guy. Betsy, you're good too. All right. Chad, you're fine. Just Ryan. I will wear a little shillelagh, Ryan, so you don't feel alone. Just a little tiny shillelagh for the St. Patty's Day right here in me head. All right. A couple other things to mention, and we'll get out of here. More fuel savers. Oh my gosh, with the fuel saver, you're going to have free gas basically if you grab the fuel saver flyer when you walk in the store. So think about this again. You come into Hy-Vee today or tomorrow, the 1st or 2nd. You know that you got 25 cents when you spend $50, but you're going to go for broke. You're going to get the fuel saver flyer. You're going to shop the entire flyer. That'll give you 98 cents. Plus, you'll have spent easily over $50. So we did the math yesterday. You could save nearly $1. At the very least, like $1.73 off per gallon. Okay, and I know the price of gas is creeping up. Don't pay full price if you don't have to. Save. And again, the only place you can save on gas is right here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. Ryan, I want to put you on the spot for a second. So let's talk about the MCSA DeBeats dinner coming up on March 13th. But then after we do this, Ryan, I'd love to go to the MCSA website and show that Isabel Bloom, the bee that we're selling again for the domestic violence shelter. All right, so March 13th, 12 days away. Please join us for dinner at DeBeats Bistro and Wine Bar, downtown Muscatine, because when you do, at 5:30 or 7:30, a portion of sales will be donated to the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter. And as I've said for weeks now, the MCSA Domestic Violence Shelter does not receive any funding from the state. They rely solely on donations from individuals, corporations, and annual fundraisers like the April 6th New Beginning fundraiser, which we'll continue to talk more. Actually, a week from today, we'll talk about the New Beginnings fundraiser in depth with Judy Yates and Susan Freers. This is March 13th. It's another opportunity to support the domestic violence shelter while having some good food with some good friends. Come on out and do that. I appreciate it if you would. All right, so we'll give Ryan a second to go to the MCSA website. We have partnered, once again, the Domestic Violence Shelter New Beginnings fundraiser works with Isabel Bloom in the Quad Cities. And if you know anything about Isabel Bloom, they make handcrafted, one-of-a-kind sculptures that can be this big or nearly as tall as I am. And the one that they did this year for New Beginnings is a bumblebee. And what's significant about it is the color. The color is this purple. So the only opportunity, if you like this bee, to get it in this color is going on right now. And it is also a fundraiser for the domestic violence shelter. And it's super easy to order. You can go to the mcsaiowa.org website and you can order one of them for $25. You could order two of them. You could order, it doesn't matter. You can also get your tickets for the New Beginnings fundraiser. And there you have it right there. You can pick up the bumblebee at MCSA 312 Iowa Avenue here in the Pearl City. It's a one-of-a-kind color, and again, you're supporting the domestic violence shelter. They will be selling those here at Hy-Vee. My hope is that we sell out. We actually had to order some more. So Isabel Bloom, after the reorder, I think they almost they throw away the color because it's just, that is a one-of-a-kind color the bee will never be in that color again. So please consider supporting the domestic violence shelter. I want to do two things before we go. I want to remind you once again, the Wilton Fine Arts Guild and Dilemmas with Dinner is coming up in March, soon, next week. You can have a good time, dinner and a theater at the beautiful Wilton Community Center. We talked to Connie Hoekstra and Courtney Givert on Monday's show. So it's Dilemmas with Dinner, Wilton Fine Arts Guild doing a great job this March. I think it starts next weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So dinner theater coming to Wilton, and it's a fun show. So you can go out and laugh and have yourself a good time with Dilemmas with Dinner at the Wilton Fine Arts Guild. That event happening again at the Wilton Community Center. So check that out, Dilemmas with Dinners. It'll be a good time. Do we have a job board, Ryan? Okay, good. I also should tell you that in Wilton, I feel like the show happens in Muscatine, but there's a lot going on. Today they have a job fair at the Wilton Community Center. But we can go to the job board, and then we'll circle back to the job fair because our friends at Team Staffing are participating in that. So Team Staffing, 109 Lake Park Boulevard, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on this show. They're here to tell you who needs a job. If you need a job, they've got jobs, hundreds of them, ready to go, part-time, full-time. Team Staffing would love to help you find work, Delmer. They've got forklift operators. Forklift operators, $11.50 to $15.50 per hour. Why don't we one day, guys, girl, just put a GoPro on Delmer's hat and just see what he does and cut to it several times? Why did I just think of that? I'm giving myself a raise. So this is an opportunity at Team Staffing, 563-262-8844. GoPros on coworkers. Might be the best idea I've ever had. Mary on the job board has part-time accountant. 'Tis the season. Get those taxes done. Tax deadline, April 5th, if I'm not mistaken. So if you are looking for a part-time gig, I imagine you could start immediately. Call Mary, 563-316-7634. Must have experience with QuickBooks. Reach out to Mary at Team Staffing. And last but not least, on the job board is our buddy Alan. Attention all assemblers, machine operators, and material handlers, Betsy. They are in search for driven people to join the team. So start immediately, 563-316-7638 or careers at teamssii.com. And today, there is a job fair happening in Rootin' Tootin' Wilton. Bunch of opportunities. If you or someone you know needs a job and you would want to talk to somebody in person, you can certainly talk to our friends at Team Staffing at their office, 109 Lake Park Boulevard. But if you find yourself in the Wilton-Durant area today, check this out. Starts at 2:30 till 5 p.m. It is a free event open to the public. Hundreds of jobs available. Team Staffing in the mix. Our friends with CBI Bank and Trust, All Steel, H&I Hahn, HWH. You can see it right there for yourself. Great opportunities. Rise, zoom out if you could, because I'll give a shout out to our friends with the Wilton Durant Advocate. I think they're putting this together. And yeah, this is great. If you need a job, show up today, 2:30 till 5. I am going to bag groceries all day today. I can already tell. It's going to be that kind of Friday, and I'm happy to do it. Let the record state, also, not the worst at bagging groceries. And just remember, if I ever ran out of bags, and you're like, Tony, I don't know what to do with all that peanut butter I bought, I can put the peanut butter right here in my shirt bag, because my shirt's so big now, that I can put my peanut butter in my shirt bag, and nobody's none the wiser. That's my retirement plan. It's Tony Tone's shirt bags. Not encouraging you to steal, but if you find yourself having lost maybe, 100 pounds or so, and you got a little bit of room in your shirt, you can fit things like peanut butter in your shirt bag. Let me take this one out, if I can find it. Hold on. Why don't I not just undo that button as well? Oh, Ryan, this peanut butter is slightly used. There we go. All right, very good. I'm telling you, got to get smaller shirts. Somebody said, why don't you just take your shirts and pants to like a seamstress? I'm like, would it just be cheaper to just buy smaller stuff or just gain the weight back? Is that the easier option? Should I just do that? All right, fine. I'll just gain the weight back so that my shirts fit better. Jeez. No, I won't do that. That's the worst way ever. Butter, even the one that, and here's the best part. We'll put this back on the display and you won't be able to tell which one was in my shirt. It'll just be for sale like the rest of them. It's sealed. It's good. It's fine. It's ready. Y'all good? Don't worry. All right. Thank you to Ted Maroff for joining us. Ted Maroff, Wilton City Council member, talking about the 121st Wilton High School Alumni Banquet. Today's secret word is banquet. There, I said it right. That's coming up in April. We appreciate Ted being a friend of the show and for coming on with us. And we'll have Joe Braymeyer back. Joe unable to make it. He was scheduled to be here with Ted, but we'll get Joe back on the show for sure. His business is Treadmill Heroes in Wilton. All right, good week. Can't believe it's over, right? You blink and it's March, just like that. And we've got another full slate of guests ready to go next week, including some first timers. You know, I love bringing familiar faces on this show and some newbies. We have a good mix, and I'm super thankful that Betsy has agreed to take over booking the show. Probably about 20 to 25 hours a week just to book this here program, Betsy. So thank you for doing that. You're just great. And to pay you, I have peanut butter or an empty Starbucks cup that I could autograph and you could sell for a penny. Think about that. That's a retirement plan. Thank you to CBI Bank and Trust. Remember when Bob Howard was on the show this week and he gave away, he let us give away a $50 gift card. Oh, I didn't do the giveaway in the store today. I forgot. All right. Next Friday, note to Tony, we will give away a $20 or $25 Hy-Vee gift card to a random shopper in the store during the show. I totally forgot. I didn't even put it on my notes. All right. So next Friday, March 8th, we'll take care of that. Don't let me forget, Ryan. Well, all right. We could give away this thing of peanut butter. It's the best one in the store. There's a surprise inside of it. It's lint from Tony's shirt. I'm kidding. It's not true. All right. Thanks, Ted Maroff. Thanks, CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota Muscatine and to Team Staffing. We will see you on Monday. The show is live at 8:30, or if you're watching us on cable, Muscatine Power and Water, cable channel 5. Thanks to Remax. You're looking at homes for sale, and then you're looking at this guy for, 60 minutes or so. We appreciate the Armstrong team and the ability to have this show on cable It's great. And I can't remember if it's Dorothy or Betty. I really should have asked, but we have, and I will find out her name for sure. But we have a very faithful viewer that watches us on cable, and I just wanted to give her a shout out. And if I didn't get your name right, I apologize. But I was told the other day, in particular, that this lady watches every day, and I appreciate that very much, ma'am. And if I said your name wrong, I've got a thing of peanut butter for you. So come see me at the store, and we'll take care of you. All right, have a great weekend. Thanks for watching, and we will see you live on Hy-Vee Today, Monday at 8:30. Email me with those guest suggestions. Oh, and by the way, a week from this Sunday, I get to judge chili again. So there might not be a show that following Monday. 18 chilies I judged last year. Will there be 18 again at Grace Lutheran? I hope so. So we should be able to talk to I think it's Pastor Dan Baldwin about that next week as well. All right, I've said enough. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye. Put some chili.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.